Massive waves have been pounding our coast all day long, and it's all because of that Pacific storm that just passed through. Tonight, Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis has more on the impact the storm is still having on our coast in just a moment.
But first, let's go straight to CBS 8's Rocio de la Fe. She's live at Imperial Beach Pier. Rocio, how does it look out there right now?
Well, it's hard to see right now since it's nighttime, but you could say conditions have greatly improved here in Imperial Beach. Right now, I'm actually standing in mud, and that just gives you an idea of how far in the water made it here this morning. And again, this is just one of the many areas along our coastline that saw plenty of floodwater this morning. This is what's left of the Pacific storm that brought rain to San Diego County. People along the coastline woke up to flooded streets and debris on the roads.
It is exciting seeing all the energy that Mother Nature can bring out.
Yeah. In Imperial Beach, high tides flooded the estuary, leaving a mess behind.
It's kind of like a little mini hurricane. We got I guess you would say a swell that hit and came a little closer than we wanted it to. Thankfully, no houses were damaged. There was a little damage on the pier by the lifeguard tower, but other than that, I think IB, we managed it pretty well.
It's cleanup time.
Oh yeah, then it's cleanup time. As you can see, the mess takes weeks to pick up with their maintenance crew here at the beach.
It was also a busy morning for lifeguards. Chief James Gartland says there were 5 rescues between La Jolla and Sunset Cliffs.
These are accomplished expert surfers that either break their leash or they have to pull their leash. They get stuck in a bad area. With the high tide, people are getting washed in on the rocks and on the reefs, so lifeguards are having to go in there, swim them out, and get them to a boat and get them to safety.
Over in Ocean Beach, a woman and her dog had to be rescued by lifeguards after her dog got swept away by rushing water from the San Diego River.
Lifeguards are upstaffed. We have the jet skis out and patrolling. We have the surf boats out and patrolling.
The chief is asking people to avoid getting in the water until conditions improve.
It's not a good day for novice, even avid surfers. You got to be really accomplished and a good waterman to get out there and be able to negotiate these conditions.
And we're told some of the waves here at Imperial Beach reach as high as 15 to 20 feet today. And even though conditions have improved throughout the day, officials are still asking people to stay out of the water for at least 72 hours just to avoid any of the pollution in that runoff water. Live from Imperial Beach, Rocio de la Fe, CBS 8.
Thank you, Rocio. Those massive waves and a high tide also made for a big mess in Pacific Beach. Water washed up over the boardwalk and made its way down alleys and all the way into Mission Beach. The water also washed up on people's patios, did some damage there, and even flooded some homes.
Wow. Wow, their house just got flooded over there.
We woke up this morning, it was like sand all over our patio, and then right when we got up, water started coming over that wall that's there. So we started videotaping it, and it looked like a river basically on the board.
Coastal high surf warnings and flood advisories just expired a few minutes ago.
Okay, so what does that mean right now and going into the weekend?
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis hustled back to the beach, raced in, your door flying open. She was like her own weather system,
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. That's what we just saw.
Look how much she has it together right now. She's so perfect right now. But what's coming up next?
Oh, so much going on. So yes, I was out there earlier. That was at Mission Beach. You saw the damage left behind because of those big waves. Now the waves have subsided a little bit, but we still have an alert. So it's been modified. You're not talking about the coastal flood advisory. We're not talking about the high surf warning, but we are talking about a beach hazard statement. That will take us into the weekend. So as soon as we had 6 p.m. hit, the coastal flood advisory and the high surf warning expired. But now we're talking about this alert all the way until 2 p.m. on Sunday. So the surf will continue to subside. It was up to about 10 feet for today. You're looking at 5 to 7 by this weekend. Still dangerous though. So it is marked that 72 hours after a big rainstorm, you should not be in the water. But also, if you're not a skilled swimmer, you should not be in the water. Dangerous surfing conditions, high risk of rip currents, and still potentially some beach erosion as well as some flooding right along the coastline cannot be ruled out, as we will still have elevated elevated surf, just not as high as those sets up to about 20 feet. So high surf continuing through the weekend. Lots of sunshine this weekend. We put the pause on the rainy weather, but it does look to return to our forecast by Tuesday. And then yet another storm system that we'll be talking about around this time next week as we gear up for next weekend. So all those details are coming up in your complete forecast. Carlo?
Thanks, Carlene. And you can show us the weather where you live. Maybe you had some incredible waves or flooding by sharing your photos and videos on the CBS 8 app. Go to the Near Me section at the bottom and then click on the Share With Us button.